Welcome back to Commander 4-Player versus Series. Justin Parnell, John Suarez, Stephen Green, Wes Wise. Second time, we're going to play a little Fate Reforged themed Commander versus.
What's our theme?
Khans is our theme today.
But not Khans of Tarkir.
Not Khans of Tarkir.
I guess kind of Khans of Tarkir.
Khans of Tarkir in the past.
1280
So
years.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Where we're going to come back from our dragon video that was admittedly won by Stephen Green.
I don't want to talk about it.
We don't talk about
Yeah,
that.
we shouldn't talk about it.
I really want to talk about the cons.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
talk about the cons.
I think the dragons are sweet. They're big. They hit hard. But the cons have really sweet flavor. One, they all have excellent abilities rather than just attacking abilities like all the dragons. Two, they're 3 colors instead of 2.
I would say they're not mindless. I feel like
No,
the
they're
dragons
not.
are kind of mindless.
So all of our decks definitely have a lot to do with our general. I'm playing
Yes.
Alesha, who smiles at death.
It looks like yours does.
Mine definitely does. So Alesha, when it attacks, it has first strike, first of all, so it's tough to beat in combat. Assuming I can pump it up, there may or may not be a couple of ways to do so. Whenever it attacks, I can play a black and white hybrid ×2 and return a creature with power 2 or less from my graveyard tapped and attacking.
Looks like you could return Karmic Guide.
Karmic Guide, which could get back one of these things.
Ponyback.
All right, so Ponyback Brigade, Commander staple, obviously everyone knows that.
Everyone knows.
Ponyback Brigade is one of the only creatures, Ponyback Brigade, Siege Gang Commander, Beetleback Chief, one of the few cards that you could play that has 2 power and also puts multiple creatures into play.
So very powerful with your general, yeah.
It's going to be very powerful with Statistic Hypnotist. I'm going to sack those tokens.
Oh, to make us all discard cards.
Make
See what
everybody
you're doing
discard their hand. Obviously, BFF's Karmic Guide and Revelark got to get in on the party. I mean, like,
Yeah.
well, Alicia's too good with Karmic Guide. It's like the best thing to return, and Karmic Guide and Revelark. It's almost not right if I don't play them.
What's the
Yeah.
other side? What's the con side of that Citadel Siege?
It's just Citadel Siege. So, Citadel Siege is probably arguably the best siege for Commander. One, if you have a sweet commander that you want to attack with, like I do, you can choose cons to give a creature, when you go into combat, 2+1/+1 counters.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Or if you go to dragons, it's 3 times as good. Because on each other person's turn, I can stop their best creature and tap it at the beginning of their combat step.
You can feel free to tap mine.
Same.
I probably,
It's 3 times better.
I still get to use the ability. That's all I care about.
you do. Tasigur, it doesn't even matter if he's tapped.
It's true.
What does he even do? How many
Well,
fangs does he have? Are they
the
golden?
current standard All-Star, also seen playing Legacy
He only has
now.
one.
Soon to see playing Modern,
What
I'm
was
sure.
golden?
Black Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
Black Tarmogoyf,
Kinda like
basically.
The golden.
Delves, obviously. And then we have a 4-mana ability for 2 green-blue hybrid to put 2 cards from the top of my library into my graveyard, and then an opponent of my choosing gets to choose a card that's not a land in my graveyard and give it back to me.
An opponent of your choosing. So it's a little fact or fiction, actually.
A little
'cause
bit of fact or fiction.
No targeting.
Nope.
Just
It's a little bit
choose
yeah.
somebody.
Yep.
I noticed a keyword that appears on all of the cards we're looking at.
I chose these because you chose Sadistic Hypnotist. And I figured if I was going to have to discard a bunch of cards, you might as well be adding mana to my mana pool at the same time. And I've got all the Delve spells. Basically just the new Fate Reforged and Khans Delve spells. The older ones, there's a couple of good ones, but nothing. They got a lot better.
They're kind of stinky.
They got a lot better now. So good that a couple of them are banned.
Are you playing a 5?
They
5
are.
demon?
One of the only formats you can play these 2 cards
It's
in.
true.
So, all right. So, dig through time. Treasure Cruise, we know.
Sure.
Murderous Cut, everyone gets cut in a way. Empty the Pits, I think we all know it's a mythic rare.
Yeah.
What is the cruelty of your general
Tassigur's
doing?
cruelty makes everybody discard 2 cards, except for me.
Each person.
Mind
each
rot.
opponent.
Each opponent.
That's
Okay.
really good.
Mind rot.
That's pretty
And
powerful.
it delves. It could be 1 black.
1
mana.
black,
Could be single black mana.
each of you. 6 cards for 1 black mana. Pretty powerful.
Man.
That should be banned. I'm calling for an emergency banning.
Well, you knocked 2 of them down already, so
Tassigur's-
we've only got 3 or 4 more to go. And this guy's very powerful,
Well,
and
I
who
want
knows?
my stuff to go to my graveyard. I mean, I'm going to return it
Me
to
too.
Tasigur. So it looks like you might not want things to go to your graveyard as much.
I don't know.
Maybe not from
All right,
maybe
so my
not from
deck
your
tech,
hand.
I'm going to hide this.
All right.
It's all about the bulk rares. These are your $1 rares, and they're really good. So basically, I'm playing Yasova, and during my combat phase, I may pay 3 mana, 1 colorless, blue-red hybrid, blue-red hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
And I can threaten target creature with power less than Yasova.
Less than.
Yes.
It's pretty
So
good.
basically what I got out here is a couple of ways to abuse that ability.
Okay.
I could Bizarre Trader and permanently keep it by gifting it to myself.
That's so sweet of you.
It is.
That goblin's scary.
Yeah.
It is
Look at that.
really
Yeah.
creepy.
Look at that
looking.
nose. He's
Yeah.
creepy.
If you guys are looking at it on the screen, don't look at it for too long because you will lose some of your soul. It's creepy.
It's true. He's willing to trade for anything, including your soul.
Including your soul.
Then we have Ooze Garden. It's self-explanatory. You sacrifice a non-ooze creature to put an XX ooze creature into play, where X is that creature's power.
Okay.
Then I have Commander Staple, Bloodshot Cyclops, which lets me sack a creature to shoot creature or player for its power.
Okay.
And
This closet.
Conjurer's Closet.
Conjurer's Closet.
Tell me about that one.
At the beginning of my end step, I may exile target creature I control and then return it to the battlefield under my control,
Under
which
your-
is interesting.
What did it say? Under your control?
It says under my
Under your control.
Yeah.
What if it's my creature?
I get to keep it
Forever?
forever
And ever.
and ever.
Seems pretty good.
Until you just sacrifice it to greater good.
Or you play the commander land that gives you control of all the creatures. You won't.
Yeah.
I can't really stop that.
No.
Homeward path. We might need
Yeah.
to take our guys home.
Yeah, if you have the path.
Hey, she's the leader of the general. We got to bring the troops
And then I
home.
have greater good. I think everyone knows what greater good does. It sacks creatures to draw
awesome.
cards. It is.
It is
It's
awesome.
pretty great.
It's great.
It is
It is.
awesome.
It's great. It's not just good. It's greater great.
So, what are you
All right.
doing over here, man?
No, so what we're doing is we've got Shu Yun, who if you guys don't know what she does, or he, excuse me.
Showing a lot of skin for a lady.
Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can pay hybrid red, white, red, white. If you do, it gains double strike. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to play a bunch of sweet spells, ways to recur them if we want to. We've got some Monastery Mentor action. We got Talrons. We've got Young Pyromancers. We're going to make a bunch of dudes. We're going to attack people, and we're going to play sweet spells to give them double strike.
Oh, you said sweet spells.
Yep.
Where does Suffocating Blast fall?
This is like one of my favorite cards of all time.
So can you tell the people at home what that card does?
I'll tell you what it does. It falls directly onto Yasova's 2 toughness and
Well-
kills it immediately.
Don't say that.
That's like one of my favorite things about Commander. If you have like any nostalgia cards, they don't have to necessarily be the best. They can still be awesome to you, and that's what's important.
I wholeheartedly agree. Sadistic Hypnotist is actually a card that I played in Standard a long time ago,
Yeah.
and it seemed pretty sweet to play with tokens, so I'm like, I'm throwing it in there.
Well, I mean, you got to think this was around like before Cryptic Commander and all those other amazing
Yeah.
spells.
That's one of the last parts of the cycle of Absorb, Undermine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. That it was never good.
I mean, yeah, it was never great.
I hope
but it was awesome.
that you kill Yasova.
At
in
least
I
this
hope
video.
that I kill something with it. No, I just hope to get to cast it, but only time will tell.
I think it's time to tell.
I think it is. Let's get some dice out. Let's roll.
Here you
All right.
go, Wesley.
Well, I didn't go first last time. I think I'm ready. Hold on.
It's all right. I already rolled.
I need some dice.
All right, I needed these dice.
I'll take these.
All right. Well, those are the ones I poisoned for you to go last. With that second.
We'll see.
You're gonna go second because I'm
Yeah.
gonna go first. All right. Well, let's see who goes first. We'll see you guys in the games.